Yeah, good evening, Brian and Amy. Most of those people who have gotten the vaccine are healthcare workers. The reason is simple, so that they get it and they can treat patients, whether it's from coronavirus or other diseases. Now, all of those healthcare workers that I talked to today say it's like Christmas came early, and this is giving them a light at the end of the tunnel when fighting this virus. As frontline healthcare workers continue to get the vaccine.
So one of the things that's terrified me this year is the notion that I would actually make my patients sick.
They're reinvigorated in their fight against COVID-19, along with other diseases and illnesses they work so hard to treat.
I feel like this is a new phase of this pandemic.
This is Dr. Mark Lewis of Intermountain Healthcare, who got the vaccine on Friday, tweeting out after, quote, "Santa, don't worry about me this year. I'm good."
This is going to give me immunity and make me less likely to pass this on to my patients. And that really is an amazing present. And you're right, I was sort of telling Santa Claus I don't need a Christmas present this year because I feel like I've already gotten one.
And he isn't alone.
I got the Band-Aid I can show you, and I'm excited. I'm excited to feel like we're moving forward.
Spencer Priest, a registered nurse at Utah Valley Hospital, got the vaccine and recorded this shortly after.
It's been demanding. It's been difficult to go to work and feel like I'm gonna do this again today.
Both hope their excitement and experience about this vaccine helps ease the public's mind about getting it.
I'm thrilled to feel like I'm part of this historic day to move forward and to kind of get, our healthcare system and our country back on track.
So there are 4 coronaviruses that cause the common cold, and quite famously, we don't have a cure for the common cold. And so science has moved so fast.
And for these and other frontline healthcare workers, the best gift to give this holiday season is the best care to their patients.
I think this is the most optimistic I've been all of 2020.
One more thing that is very promising, Governor-elect Spencer Cox tweeting this out yesterday saying, quote, "Our hospitals have confirmed they are able to get 6 doses from the 5-dose vials that have been shipped, a 20% increase right out of the bag." So as COVID-19 continues to affect the world, this is definitely a turning point. However, I do want to caution all of the doctors we spoke with said this is not time to relax restrictions and not time to stop that social distancing and the mask wearing. Keep doing all that stuff, but definitely this is hope on the horizon. Live in Murray, Spencer Joseph, Fox 13 News, Utah.
Ready. We asked you to hang out next door for 15 minutes.
That's Draper Representative Suzanne Harrison giving us the thumbs up there as she gets the COVID-19 vaccine. She shared the moment of her inoculation on social media and told people to make sure to get the vaccine when it's offered to them. In the meantime, keep wearing those masks and practice social distancing. By the way, Representative Harrison is a medical doctor in her day job. She says politicians are not skipping to the front of the line and that this was for her work. Well, we are learning more about what led to a deal over COVID-19 bonuses for educators and a return to in-person learning in Salt Lake City School District.
House Speaker Brad Wilson and the Salt Lake City School District have now reached an agreement to get students back in-person learning within the district by February. Now, Fox 13's Diego Romo spoke with the district superintendent to learn more about what made this deal happen.
Information we got this week about vaccines and the opportunity for our teachers to be vaccinated. That was kind of the compelling information in coming up with this proposal.
Under the new proposal, which still needs to be approved by the school board, middle and high school students will be back in class by February 8th.
I'll be really glad to have kids back in school and teachers back in school. We're used to doing the work there.
With updates to the COVID-19 vaccination plan, teachers will have received both rounds of vaccinations by the end of January.
From the information that we're getting, 7 days after the second dose is when that vaccine is most effective. So that's kind of what drove the February 8th start date.
The deal between House Speaker Brad Wilson and the district makes $1,500 stipends to teachers and $1,000 bonuses to school staffers that were offered statewide, now available to Salt Lake City educators.
Everyone wanted the same thing. We want what's best for the kids, and we were just trying to figure out the best way to make that happen.
I'm very happy that our teachers can get a stipend. And I think they work so incredibly hard, and I'm glad that that's being appreciated. I think that's wonderful.
The Salt Lake City School District was left out of the original stipend proposal because they were keeping students online. The stipends are a thank you to educators for working during the pandemic. Speaker Wilson was criticized for blocking the money from going to them.
There has been a lot of concern from lawmakers across the state about what's been happening in Salt Lake. We've always wanted to pay the bonus to every teacher and educator, including those in the Salt Lake School District, and we've always wanted the kids in the Salt Lake School District to be in class. This was a way for us to get everyone at the table, and I'm glad it worked.
I respect the choices of others, and I think so far we've made good choices for our students and community.
In a statement to Fox 13, Salt Lake City Teachers Union President James Tobler says they appreciate school district employees will now be included in the stipend, adding, quote, "We maintain that staff, student, and community safety are of the highest concern." The proposal will be presented to the Salt Lake City School Board for their approval on January 5th. The full legislature votes on it when it meets next month, with money going to educators by February. In Salt Lake City, Diego Romo, Fox 13 News, Utah.